We are gathered here today to mourn the Chicago skies. Our Chicago skyscrapers have fallen. They have tumbled. They've fallen out of the sky. They have crumbled. Our foundation is no more. We just got destroyed by the freaking Connecticut Sun, my second favorite team in the league. And we lost by 33 points. And it's a damn shame. They did not make the playoffs. And also in another game that has occurred, the freaking Indiana Fever just lost by 1 point to the damn DC Mystics. What is today? Allow me to give you the freaking play-by-play of the Sun versus Sky game that just occurred. So the first quarter kicks off and Izzy scores, then Harris scores, Carrington scores, Thomas scores, Carrington scores again, Davis scores, Allen scores, Izzy scores, and they are tied for the first time 8-8. Okay, yeah, yes, guys, we were tied back-to-back a couple times throughout this game, and we still got blown out by 33 points. Just pathetic. Harris makes a three, then Burton makes a three, Izzy scores, Harris scores, Davis makes a three, Thomas scores, Turner scores. Then the second quarter begins. Olivia scores. Evans makes a three. Evans steals and scores. I was like, okay, Dana Evans is actually trying to keep her job. Bonner scores. Then Evans scores. Evans makes 1-1. So like in less than a minute, she got like 5 points. It was just back-to-back craziness, right? No, I'm sorry, she got 8 points in like the first in 50 seconds in the second quarter. Dana Evans, that is. Then Dewana makes a three. Olivia scores. Davis makes 1 of 2. That's Kalia Davis. They actually gave her some minutes for Chicago Sky. Michaela scores. Izzy scores. She made it to 3 actually. And we are tied at 29 points. Harris makes 2 of 2. Thomas makes 2 of 2. Harris scores. Thomas scores. Banna makes 2 of 2. Allen scores. Izzy scores. Carrington makes 2 of 2. Bonner scores. Thomas scores. Thomas makes 1 of 2. Then Thomas scores again. The second quarter ends. This is when they went on a run. We were down 9 points. The Sun had 46 points. Chicago Sky, we had 35 points. The third quarter kicks off. Carrington scores, and then somebody on the Sun scores. It was somebody that I'd never seen before. I'm like, where did these players come from? Allen scores, then Jones makes 2 of 2. Sky makes 1 of 1. Harris scores. Jones makes 2 of 2. Mabry makes a 3. Then Mabry hits yet another 3. Olivia scores. Then the Sun makes a 3. The third quarter ends with the Sun having 69 points. The Chicago Sky had 41 points. The fourth and final quarter kicks off. Sky makes a 3. Then Mabry makes a 3. Okay, Mabry was hot with that 3-point shot. Sky scores, then Carrington scores. Carrington scores again. Olivia scores. Evan makes a 3. Olivia scores. Sky scores. Mabry scores. Mabry scores again. Dana Evans scores, and then the Sun scores. And that is game. The Sun had 87 points. The Chicago Sky just 54 points. Just fucking pathetic and embarrassing. We got blown out by 33 points. I'm going to have to, say my eulogy in the beginning of this video because we got destroyed. We got killed in today's game. Chicago Sky versus Connecticut Sun. And I'm trying to figure out what does this mean. So on one hand, it's just crazy. The freaking Mystics. I don't even want to watch that game because, again, I can't stand the camera angles of the freaking Mystics game. I want to cover that video. I do not want to see it like the play-by-play. I'm saying Kelsey Mitchell got hurt, but again, the DC Mystics, they camera crew got to get better. I'm like, I don't even want to watch it because I can't stand looking at it. It's just that horrible for me. But yeah, the freaking Fever just got beat by 1 point by DC Mystics. Of course, the Connecticut Sun is a superior team compared to Chicago Sky. But I did not expect, again, we was cooking up so good. We was doing pretty good in the first and second quarter. We were tied at least 3 times in this game. And for them to just let them go on a run like that, and we had 33, we got blown up, we got destroyed by 33 points, it's unacceptable. Again, I didn't see, okay, here and there, Spoon would call a timeout to give them, some pointers. It wasn't enough. We had, let me see, I started telling it. We had 2 shot clock violations, turnover after turnover. Even with, Izzy making a 3-pointer, right? Dana Evans making 3-pointers, and she literally scored 8 points back to back. It's like we don't know how to keep momentum, okay? Rachel Bannum, she was barely on, again, she was pretty much a ghost. Compared to the other game when she put up, back-to-back threes against, I believe it was Atlanta. I'm like, why does Rachel go, it's like she's the stock market. Again, the problem with Chicago Sky and Spoon and the coaching, besides the coaching, we're not consistent, okay? What good is it if you're good only some of the time? What's that? How's that saying go? What's the point of being good when nobody's watching or something like that? Or I don't know how it goes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tripping. But I'm trying to say is, again, we need consistency on this team. You can't be hot on one game and still lose that game, by the way. We lost the last game, even though she was putting up 3 after 3 after 3. And then, in this game, you ain't putting up nothing. And then we lose by 33 points. Again, it's I believe that, again, I made a video about this, about tanking, how I feel about that. It appears as though Teresa Spoon is literally tanking, Teresa Weatherspoon, that is. She's tanking the freaking team on purpose because there ain't no way You know, everybody out and injured. Okay, fine, I guess. Even though that's so that pisses me off too. How everybody is out for Chicago Sky because they don't know how to take vitamin D supplements. You know, and I don't know, consume calcium to get your bones strong enough. It's just pissing me off, guys. Even though they lost to my second favorite team, but it's like to be blown out by 33 points is just ridiculous. It didn't have to go this way. Again, Marina Mabrey cooked up. Her curse continues. She did the Chicago Sky like the dishes, like some dirty ass dishes. She put up 3 after 3 after 3 on them. And it's like they had no answer for her. There was nothing they could do. Of course, everybody that's the starters, like we lost like what, four-fifths of starters. We got Kennedy Carter out, Camila Cardoso, Angel Reese. At one point, I thought Michaela Onyanwe was gonna have to sit down. She got a bloodied up lip by freaking Alyssa Thomas again. I like Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun, but it's like the way she plays is so aggressively. Like she literally cut that girl's lip, and like she had to sit down, and like she was bleeding. I'm just like, for God's sakes, hell, this game it was so physical. DJ Carrington, she had hit her mouth, her face area, literally on Mariah Jefferson's hip. They collided, but thankfully, like she didn't lose teeth or anything. But it was crazy. Okay, guys, unfortunately, the Chicago Sky is no more. It's obvious today was the last day of the regular season, guys, and now after this is playoffs, and we're gonna see the teams. I'm curious to see who the Fever is gonna be matched up against. Fever versus Connecticut Sun would be good. Speaking of them, okay, it's a certain power couple. People are saying that they're now a power couple. I'm about to be doing my next video on that before I do a video on the Fever. Because again, I'm honestly contemplating looking at the whole Fever game. I'm gonna watch it a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna give you the play-by-play because again, whoever is running the camera crew at DC Mystics, their ass needs to be fired. The Chicago Sky has fallen. The Chicago skyscrapers have collapsed. Our Chicago Sky is no more when it comes to the playoffs.